dominoes and trying to make lots of money. This is where it's at. Verge 323 crypto goes back quite a ways. It's for this time. It's a dyno. 108 million market cap. Easily 10x to a billion. That's easy. 2 billion is 20x. I think it's 25x. There's the all-time high of 30 cents. We're sitting under a penny right now. I think 25's like, I think we're at a 50-50 that we get a 25x. We're not. Let that sink in. 50-50 that we get a 25x or not. This is, again, maths. That's what they get to teach people in school. Alright, anyway. It's its own blockchain, somewhat of a privacy sector. Look at this. Related coins. Zcash, Monero, Litecoin. 3 of my favorite. Also like that and eCash. I kind of like these ones, a couple of these too, but no, it's not important. What is important is just, talking about VERGE, which, speaking of, it could be like the Shiba Inu or the Doge to Zcash this time. It could be to the rest. Monero's been doing great. It's got a big market cap already. It just does. We're at all-time highs. Essentially, 7 billion market cap. So I like it. But again, VERGE. Is that a 70x? Am I doing that correctly? Not that I think that's going to get to Monero. But the point is, this thing is a 50-50 shot of 25x. Right, let's get into it. That's really, I like it. It's fun. It just checks the box. It's fun. In a way, it's crypto. I don't have anything on this paper. Okay. So here's what's going to be cool, right? Anyway, here's the big monthly, the big chart, and I just wanted to show this real quick. We've gone to 3 different charts, but I just want to show you kind of like how they all work together. In a 3 different time frames that I'm looking each individually, but you can kind of see we're right in the middle of, we're just at, they're all coming in. All right, let's just go to monthly. Here's the monthly, an absolutely beautiful triangle pattern of some sorts. You can even bring this down called a descending triangle. I don't love that, but you can call that. And of course, the worst case, many worst case scenarios, but worst case scenarios, we find resistance here and come down to this level again. I'd rather not. I mean, obviously that's possible. Again, this is a monthly. This is a big thing. When it moves, it's going to go be huge, but we're looking at a 96. Is that exactly 8 years? An 8-year pattern. What's another month? What's another 6 months to 96 to like an 8-year pattern? So on one hand, we're within spitting distance of breaking out, which is this line right here. That's our breakout line on the monthly, essentially, at a penny. It's an outside candle. It's a close, of course, would be great. Essentially, it would guarantee a close above the trend line. So that's kind of what we're looking at here on the monthly. So that's about all I'm going to say about the monthly. I mean, there's the triangle. We need to close above 110. That's what this reads to me. And then again, that's where that 25% target comes at. If we take the top to bottom, that's 23 cents. Add it to our penny, that gets us to 24, almost a 25x, right? So I'll call it 24 cents. That's I think that's a good target. that sounds really good to me. I like it. 24 by the close here. Maybe everybody thinks we're going to break it, go higher. But I don't know. But 24 cents is the target for Verge on the monthly, which is, I don't know, it's 8 years old. It's a giant. It's a frame it in the Louvre. Frame it. Trophy hunting. We're trophy hunting. It's just absolutely beautiful. All right, let's check out the weekly. All right, here's what I'm seeing on the weekly. So, I mean, essentially been in this upward channel for a while. 185 weeks, so 3 years of sorts. We are at the bottom of this channel, which is great. We are, it is what it is. But if we could see some sort of move to the top of this, it would break. That would be breaking the one. Again, there's the 1 penny level. So that's why they kind of all go together. I think if we break this again, the monthly would kick off, and that would send us to here relatively quickly. We get to 2.5 cents, and then maybe face some resistance before going higher and really, really blowing this thing wider. So that makes sense to me. There's the weekly again. It has a few levels. I would like to again still see the 1 cent. That's why I kept this one on here, because it makes sense even in the weekly time frame. But also a close above that, essentially 0.0078. So that would be pretty significant. A close above that would be nice. That would be higher than the last year. Almost a year, but 45 weeks. So we haven't had it goes higher than this, right? Since January. So yeah, about a year. So again, we're spinning distance for a week. The weekly, of course, the worst case scenario in the weekly is we fall over this, and which wouldn't be great. And then that would, again, create that possibility to go into that tenth of a penny, which I guess there's always a chance. There's definitely a 25% chance that happens. 50% chance we 25x. 25% chance you lose all your money. And other 25%, I have no idea. But anyway, that's the bet. That's the bet. Again, I think that's the lowest odds. But even if I would even probably no one's gonna like that, it wouldn't. That's why we could come down here. It wouldn't even invalidate the chart quite, but it would be very painful. So that's what I'm looking at. So again, I think you can sit back and wait till it breaks this penny, and then that's when you get excited. As far as the week, just putting on some moving averages, you can see they're kind of clustering up, which is a good sign. I mean, they still gotta go up and get in the right order, but just wanted to show that they're kind of on our side, so to speak, in a way. Could be better. Definitely could be better. That's why, I mean, we're not even in a recent. We're in in the recent weeks we're in a downtrend. It's not turn around this week or probably next week, but good, in a couple of weeks. Oh, if we find if last week was the bottom, I think it would be end of December. I think we start breaking this area. So, yeah, which makes sense. I like the end of the month. I really like the end of the month. So there we go. That's now let's go to the daily. So those are our daily. We have an early stage. It's daily, so it's going to move quicker, but it's a kind of an early stage pattern. I would still give it some room to kind of play with here, you know what I mean? Conservative, but it's also like the last couple of days, it's going all right. So can we break this, 0.007, get to that 0.008 level? There's the dominoes fall. So that's where I think the first very, very first entry, you want to have it above 0.007. Then your next entry is somewhere breaking at 0.008 or even 0.009 level. We're just waiting till point or a penny. It's crazy. This thing is so volatile that that could literally happen in a couple of days. I mean, I don't think it will. I think it'll be a couple of weeks, but it's so volatile it can happen in a couple of days. Like, I'm not even kidding. I don't think it's gonna, like, when it happens, it's just gonna be a couple of days. You know what I mean? I don't know when those days are gonna happen. Again, I would love to see us in the next couple of days go to this level, maybe bounce around here, maybe come back down to this, and then break out towards the end of the month. I really like something like that. That's what I'm seeing. Also putting the moving averages here, bunched up. I mean, there's some above us, but these can move quickly because they're daily, and we're above the big ones that are hard to move. So, we peter out here. These things kind of go sideways like this, and then we go over. So, I'm pretty. I just, that's the play. You wait for the dominoes to fall, and then you stack whatever you have. This is the time, kind of. This is what you're waiting for. Again, just wanted to go back to this chart. Some other things on it. We can just look this way. So there it is again. So that's why we're at the apex of this thing. Worst case scenario, we come back. Worst case scenario, we don't look. But worst case scenario, we go to the 0.0052 area, and then we'll bounce. And it takes another 6 months to a year, which it's not going to be there. I guess you could say it's wrong if that happens, but I mean, again, you want these things got to start falling. If they don't start falling, it won't happen. But actually, just going back to this one, just these indicators, they're all just showing signs of life, right? Like, they're just crossing over to the bullish territory. Maybe they've done it before, a couple months, a year ago. They're passing again. This is why it's so important. Tyler Jinks, don't tell me what to buy. Tell me when to buy it. I mean, getting to that point where it's time to buy this asset, because these indicators are showing kind of like that signs of life with a lot of upside potential. Okay, that's also important. This one not as much, but the stochastic just moves a little quicker sometimes, so it's good to have some room to run. But that's why it's a little, you don't know. I mean, would I like to see these higher? Of course. I want to see the RSI more at the 60 level. Again, look, it's higher than it's been since a year, and it doesn't get above this line very often, so we're closer. This is fine. I mean, we're scooping up. This one has already moved over. They're all moving average variations essentially, but they all just show like the potential is there. So that's why we got everything going for us. We got the monthly, we got the weekly, we got the daily. Probably even have a 4-hour. No, I'm not going to do a 4-hour. Yeah, 4-hour reports, all right, but that's ridiculous. Again, big chart. Please keep in mind we are looking at a monthly big chart. A few candles, and that's 6 months. That can be very painful in a way, because it's a big, there's nothing that says this thing needs to break out now or break out higher, but close. So we'll have to see. I wasn't necessarily prepared to talk about it versus Bitcoin. It's just, I'll do that later. I'll do the other ones I think are pretty juicy right now. Let's see how it closed. Yeah. I like, let's get above 0068 0069. It's bus stop.